Hello there everyone, welcome back. It is me again. Sorry but I didn't get to do the video yesterday as I had hoped. You might be able to tell from my voice a bit, but my chest is playing me up again, so I took it a little bit easy yesterday. I don't know whether it's because the weather's so changeable at the moment. 1 minute it's warm, 1 minute it's cold. The pollen, of course, is coming out, and so it's all having its little effect, bless it. Just a couple of things before I start. There was one lady who'd asked me what size rings I'm using. I don't know yet, because as I create the journal, the more pages I add to it, obviously this is going to, the gap's going to get bigger. So, the size of rings that I need at this point and the size of rings I might need at the end might be two different things. So I shall choose my rings at the end. I might even, as I say, add some fabric through the holes rather than rings. I might split it into two journals. I really don't know until I get near the point of finishing. The next thing that I wanted to mention was that a few people have started wanting to join the Facebook group, which is great. But can I just remind everyone, there's three questions to answer, and you need to scroll down the page to be able to answer the three questions. Some people are only answering the first question and then, submitting. Some people aren't answering the questions at all. If you don't answer all three questions, then you get a lovely message on Messenger from our Julie, and excuse me, and then you get a week thereabouts to sort of rectify it, and then I'll see about adding you. It's me that adds you, so if you haven't answered your three questions, then I'm afraid I won't be adding you. I need to make sure that we're not getting spammers and things such like on the group. Okay, let's get down to a little bit of nitty gritty. So the tea bag folding page I've not finished yet. The things to do when you have a bad day, I haven't done that one yet, but I have worked a little bit on my fashion of your favourite era, so I can show you that page now. Push that to one side, and again, it's not completed yet. I am a typical Libran. I can't make up my mind, so I cut out my background page. I cut out my my thinner paper to add on to make it more decorative, and I started thinking about what the kind of images that I like about fashion, and I like so many different styles that I really couldn't make up my mind and just choose one era. So what I did was, I love the image of Audrey Hepburn in My Fair Lady. Beautiful dress, beautiful hat, just lovely. I love these types of dresses as well. I love kimonos. I love the way that the fabric just flows. I love Tudor costume, because I love all the very ornate embroidery stuff though that's on there. So I like different fashions for different reasons, because of the fabrics, the way in which they flow, the decoration of them, the way that they hug a female figure, like this one for instance. There's all sorts of different reasons as to why I like different fashions. So my thought process was, I'll print off some of my favourites. I've got these lovely embossed pearlised card, and I contemplated just sticking the image on top, maybe cutting it down a little bit. In fact, that one might be a better one to show you, so that then I can sit that on there, or I might actually fussy cut around it and then sit on top, because then I could write a little bit on the back where it isn't embossed about each of the images and why I chose them. I made a pocket on the front here, so that they will then all sit very nicely in there. Thank you very much. I might even add some buttons on here as well, some swatches of fabric. I really need to do a little bit more work on this, but as I say, not being none too grand. And then inside of here, I found a website that had got images of fashion up until 1929 and from 1784. So at the moment I've just folded those up and put them in behind this, which I've created as a pocket, but I might cut some of them out and actually stick them onto the back page, because those pages are now making this pocket really quite bulky. And again, once I put it inside my journal, once I've added it, you can see already just that page alone bulks this out a lot. So that's only one page added. So I need to sort of see about debulking that particular page. So there's a bit more work to do on that. So the next thing that I wanted to mention was, can I just say, ladies, for the ladies on the Facebook group, you're creating some beautiful pages. And I know that I haven't commented on them, and there is a reason why, and I will get to explain why very soon. But the stories that you're creating, when you look back through this journal, the memories that they will evoke and the stories that those images tell are just, they're delightful. Be proud of yourselves. You've done grand. You've done grand, girls. Okay, so let's go on to the next two prompts, which is for the 9th and the 10th of April. So I'll just do my date stamp, 9 and 10. That means I've got to alter this one now. 1 and 0. And the 10th of April, there we go. So the 9th of April is choose a saying. Okay, so it could be a piece of poetry, it could be a saying from maybe some Project Life cards or similar, that you want to add to your page that has meaning for you. Okay, so that's your one for the 9th of April. The one for the 10th of April is something a little bit different, which is make a, now I've got to get the spelling on this right, SILHOUTE. It's an unusual word. Make a silhouette. So if you think of cameo brooches, you've got the single colour image of a lady's face normally, or a bloom of flowers and it's attached onto a background piece, which is then made into a brooch and stuff. But basically we're making a silhouette. Now in tomorrow's video I'm going to go through a couple of different options for you as to how you can go about making a silhouette. So if you're not entirely sure, then you might want to wait until tomorrow's video for this one. However, I've already done this one, choose a saying. Now, during COVID, excuse me, during COVID, there's been an awful lot of worrying time. And worrying is sometimes, it's painful, and it can create all sorts of other problems. It can create you to have bad skin or bad hair or just feeling depressed because you're worrying about something. And I saw this a while ago and I've been saving it. So I've saved it for this page. And whilst it's a very simplistic view on worrying and how to overcome it, it did make me chuckle. Okay. So, do you have a problem? Yes or no? If yes, can you do anything about it? If yes, then don't worry. If no, then don't worry. Do you have a problem? No. Then don't worry. It's a very simplistic approach to not worrying. But as I say, it did make me laugh because when you actually break it down, this is what it comes down to. And I've added some sticky flowers or some flower stickers on there as well to just brighten it up a little. I actually typed out the words on my computer and printed them off, and then I layered them onto some background paper, and then I've added a few buttons on just to, jazz it up a little bit. So basically, that's what I did for my saying. I've got lots of others that I've printed off Tinternet that, I could have cut some of these out and added them to the page instead. So that would be a nice simplistic way of doing it. But I collect sayings as well because they do fascinate me, that they can put something that's so massive, so succinctly, that you're like, oh, it's that simple, really. So yeah, so that was my saying page. So at least I've done that one. And then, as I say, in tomorrow's video, I'll show you some different ways of how you can make a silhouette and then go on to the next couple of prompts as well. Don't forget as well that if you're a newbie to my channel and you're liking what you're seeing with the Rock Your Journal videos, there's 2 playlists on my YouTube homepage. If you go on, click on playlists, you'll see Rock Your Journal, or Rock This Journal, I think it says. And then this one that we're working on now during April is RYJ2, Rock Your Journal 2. Okay, thank you very much for joining me. Can I just say, for those of you that offer me the suggestion of drinking honey and lemon, it's not that kind of poorliness. It's a condition that I have, but thank you very much for the thought. Okay, I'm off now to go and make myself a nice hot cup of tea, and I shall see you all in tomorrow's video. Bye for now. Bye.